Let's hope this works. And I think we're live. Yes, sir. Let me just test it out now. Yes, but it's still not picking you guys up. This is so annoying. Yes, but it's still not picking you guys up. This is so annoying. Hmm. You're going. Sorry, you're going Zarud. What? Cats? What did you say you were going? You're going. Sorry, you're going Zarud. What? Cats? What did you say you were going? Okay. Now say something. Anything. Okay. Now say something. Anything. Yeah, I don't understand what's happening with this thing. I think I'm just going to just go the stream without the Discord voice today. I don't think there's any way I can. Yeah, I don't understand what's happening with this thing. For some reason, it's just not working. I'm just going to just go the stream without the Discord voice today. I don't think there's any way I can. It shows that it's picking it up on my computer, but it's just not picking it up on YouTube. Yeah, Nobu, it's not picking them up. Yeah, Nobo's in the YouTube chat. I'm just gonna link this without the. Yeah. Yeah, Nobo's in the YouTube chat. I'm just gonna link this without the. Okay, so I'm just gonna deafen up here, guys. I'm just gonna get on the stream. It'll be easier that way. Okay, so I'm just gonna deafen up here, guys. Whew. And I think I linked the wrong link on. Whew. Okay. I have plugged the stream. So what's up? Who's in the chat right now? I see Cats, I see Film, I see Fry. What's up, guys? How's it going with y'all? Hey Clay. Yes, Clay, this is a season 1 game. This game is Winds of Sail versus Zank. And yeah, sorry about that. Um I forgot my hotkey for stopping streaming was 0. So okay. So what's up, guys? I'm gonna start off with this game first. This was the season 1 bronze finals. This was Zank v Windsor Sales. Windsor Sales was actually Tago's roommate, who he built every game for in college. What's up, Ari? Nice to see you in chat. We're gonna get some, but I'm just gonna go through some of the season 1 games first, and then we're gonna go over to like season 2 games and Ari's complete domination in season 2 minios. So starting with this game first, I haven't watched any of these games in Century, so I'll be watching it with you guys. Um, what do we have here? Maybe I should just load up these games with the old extension thingy. Yeah, now we got this going. Um, can y'all see the display well? Is it too blurry? Do you think I should maybe enlarge the size of the display? Uh, does the display look good, guys, or is it a little too blurry? I think you can change your nickname on YouTube, Ari. I changed mine. Can't see a bit of the left side. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's a little. I'm just gonna adjust the stream settings a little bit, real quick. Apologies, guys. This is legit my first ever stream. Yeah, I'm hoping this should be better. Yes, Ari, an extra sub would be lovely. Thank you, Ari. Okay, so here we going, guys. I'm gonna start the game up. As you can see, Zank has a busted ass team in season 1. He has Tapu Koko, Mega Glade. This is Gen 7, by the way, so that is, and this was OpenZ format. I did not make these rules, don't hate me. So, we're starting with Zank leads Mo, and ooh, he's got the trick. So, Skarmory has an Iron Ball now, which means Skarmory no longer walls Burt. Oh, man, Leafs and Wine had some good. Ooh, it's Yon Jolteon behind screens. Yon sub Jolteon behind. Also, this gen had hidden power, so yep, there it is. Hidden power ice. Dragalge goes to the focus blast. They're predicting the read into Ferrothorn. He gets the hidden power fire off on Comfy. So it's a good start so far for wins. I assume here he's gonna go for damage. Yes, he gets some good damage off on Comfy with the T-Bolt. And now he's gonna go into his steel type. But just keep in mind that this is a gen where Comfy still could actually hit things. Yes, critic, we will actually be going through. Wait, can you see the mons on the left now, guys? Is it still that way, or is it? Can you see the mons on the left? Um, and also critic. Yes, there's a couple of your games in the replays that I already have here. Okay, so back to this game. So I'm expecting this comfy here to have hidden power fire. Uh, because that's the only way it hits Ferrothorn. But because it's life orb, I don't think he stays in here. And he doesn't. He goes Rotom more. Holy mother of God, that gyro ball did more than I thought it would. That's a good play, scouting the Will-O-Wisp from Rotom. I should probably mention the context of this. Up to this point, the only losses Zank had taken the whole season were forfeit losses, and that was the same with wins. I think wins had lost one prior game to this, if I'm not mistaken. Wins was doing really well, but Targo is building all his teams, which is kind of ironic. But yes, he gets the burn off on Klefki. Gets some good chip. Good chip. This Klefki moveset is a bit. So he goes back into Vape here. This Klefki moveset is probably a little weird. I guess it's basically mainly to get the Trick Iron Ball off on Skarmory, so it did its job. Oh, that was a good switch. That was a good read. Although Ferrothorn would have probably been the safer play. I feel like it was Gen 7 was so far away when we had to sit and scout for the hidden powers. Because you had to be so wary of switching in Mons like Ferrothorn. And Zank makes a good play there going for the Leaf Storm. Pretty sure this still kills at -2. And yeah, we know this all. We already know that he had hidden power ice, so he gets off some good chip on Rotom. But now it looks a little bit hard for. I mean, without the Trick Iron Ball, I guess this whole team is quite reliant on Trick Iron Ball. Romo goes for another Leaf Storm, which I'm not sure if that was the play. He should have Volt switched out on Scarf Pelipper. He gets the confusion. And Scam hits itself. So I'm assuming that's a roll there, but I feel like the Coco switch is really, really easy here because even if we Scarf Belly, I'm pretty sure Timid Coco easily outspeeds. Now going back into Scam. Gyro does nothing. He can easily roost off now. Yeah, he was gonna go for hazards there. I'm surprised he went for spikes over rocks, but I get that spikes. Oh, that T-wave miss really hurt there. That T-wave miss really hurt. Being able to T-wave. Oh, and it's sub-Gallade too. Just to rub salt into the wounds. And it's sub-bulk up Gallade. Oh, that T-wave miss was sad, guys. F in the chat for that T-wave miss. It is Rain Pelipper, but for some reason the like it says rain in the top left corner if you look closely, because for some reason the showdown skin is glitched for me and it's not showing rain. But it is Rain Pelipper. And Winds comes out with sub pert in the rain. So here, Zank's gonna lose his calm. But he goes back into Gallade and the rain's gone away. So Gallade picks off Pert. It's looking kind of bad for Winds right now. Scam was tricked an Iron Ball earlier in the game by Klefki Ari. And that's why it took Spike's damage. This looks like it might be game because Comfy probably just dies now to Ferrothorn, but I think between Gallade and Coco, there's no way outside of Trick Room that Zank loses this. I feel like this was a really good game for TBA 1 Finals. I feel like that T-Wave miss probably really hurt. Yeah, and obviously there's no boots in this gen. And it wouldn't have mattered either way. That was That was a scarf Pelipper. So that was our first game, guys. TBA won bronze finals. Obviously, we all know what happened. Zank won the championship, and uh, moving on to our next game. This was TBA 1 quarterfinals. I feel like we had to bring back Vintage Targo in here. Um, Vintage Targo. This is way back then, and yes, this is TBA Nobu. This is the we're doing a watch through of old TBA games, which it's just like a throwback thing because the TBA draft is tomorrow. Um, so yeah, we have Targo versus Captain Logo. This was way back when. This was TBA Season 1 Bronze. Yes, in TBA 1, Targo was in Bronze. And his team still looked fucking broken. TBA 1 Bronze quarterfinals, if I remember this correctly. Yeah, this was quarterfinals. So, Targo v Captain Logo. And as you remember, analytic freaking hidden power ground. Oh my god, I do not miss hidden powers, guys. Just looking at the Gen 7 games, I don't miss hidden powers. That's a good double into Blastoise here. I'm assuming he's gonna Toxic. Oh, it's Mega Blastoise. Apologies. Oh, he freezes God of War. That is unfortunate. That is quite a... Oh, God of War thaws out and manages to T-Wave the Blastoise now. Looking at these plays, though, like... This feels like so long ago, but I just feel like... Targo would have actually never made this Zeraora play right now. Like, what he would have done is gone into something... He would have gone into Mandibuzz, taken a hit, U-turned, and then gone into Zeraora when Plasma Fist was guaranteed range on a spread with a certain amount of HP. Yes, right, Captain Logo is a throwback. And you would remember, I think he was one of your only wins in when you took over in TBA Minions in Season 3. Mainly because I think he missed... Oh no, Season 2. He misgened a Swoobat, if I remember correct, with an illegal move. And he did it twice, which is unfortunate. So now he's going to pick this Blastoise off with Mamoswine. Mamoswine actually looks like it goes in here, but Scrafty could be a problem if it's a D-Dance set. Oh, it's Rocky Helmet Mandibuzz. This is back in the days before it was illegal to give your Mandibuzz items not named heavy-duty boots. Ooh, Lando gets his band knocked off. You can see even then Targo enjoyed his thickness. That actually did some chip to Mamoswine. And there we have it, the Z move, the Sky Strike's coming out, and it takes out Mamo. That is big. That's absolutely big. Because considering the fact that Mamo probably just finished a lot of his team. And this is Scarf Damanitan. He does switch out there because of the Intimidate. And it's Bulk Up Scrafty. Oh, that could be a huge problem at this point. Oh, he had phasing. It's all a joke. And he misses the Blizzard. So, you gotta love how Bronze Targo's prep was even back then. But Flogis does get the defog off, and Articuno does manage to get the roost up. Flogis had Citrus Berry, which is unusual, but like, I don't know. Why would you run Citrus Berry in a gen where Super Berries gave you 66%? Oh, Scrafty is back in. Going back into Mandibuzz. This is a bit of a difficult situation for Targo here, I feel. His Mandibuzz is slowly getting chipped down. And he has to go for chip on Articuno because he has to... His way of winning here is Flare Blitzing 3 times and hoping it kills... Scrafty, but I'm not sure it does. and he's life orb, not scarf. I just happened to forget that um, Darmanitan outspeeds Landorus naturally. I think that maybe Flare Blitzing on Scrafty was the play initially. I think that is GG. Because now Articuno just has to hit one Hurricane to win the game. And he is Rest Scrafty to boost. I feel like maybe the you turning out on Scrafty instead of clicking Flare Blitz the first time was not the play. But I think this should definitely be game. Oh god, we're in for a while, isn't it? I'm just gonna see if this took a while. Yeah, this definitely took a while. I'm just gonna skip through some of these turns because Jesus Christ, that took a while. Yeah, so that's what happened in Season 1 of TBA. Targo got eliminated in the bronze quarters by Captain Logo. Yeah, it was Shedskin. This is an OG set, bringing Rest, Bulk Up, Scrafty. Now, our next game, you have all seen this game. I'm 100% sure. This was TBA 1 Silver Finals. This was Brownie, and this was Evil Lord. And I feel like we have to, at some point, go back to painful things, and this game was one of those painful things. Yeah, this is where, you had that TikTok song playing. Oh no, oh god, I'm gonna get copyrighted for that shit, aren't I? No, okay, I am not. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna play this game before I talk myself into more trouble. This was not the start of the Brownie Curse. I feel like this Brownie Curse existed prior to this game. Sub Carmine Delphox. Cyberus, the Brownie Curse is the basic. Oh yeah, this guy loved his regen mons. Evil Lord loved his regen mons. He loved bulkier playstyle. He was a stall player. That's how he beat Papi in the semis as well. By beating, although Papi had a few outs, he probably could have taken versus him. Cyberus. The Brownie Curse is basically that if there's it's that when Brownie plays a game, the Murphy's Law just applies to him. Basically, it is the most unfortunate thing, but like he will always get hacked if there's a way to get hacked. Flinch, intercrit, flinch. Guys, like I said, the Brownie Curse is prior to Season 1. This was the only time that you can see in chat that he says, "You are effing kidding me." This is the only time he actually gave a shit about the Brownie Curse, because I think post this, he just accepted it as a way of life. Yes, that is Protean Greninja in an OpenZ format. I did make these rules, don't hate me. Yeah, this video is on YouTube, and I will actually link that video on here because y'all need to see the pain in Brownie's voice. This was quite a while back, this video, I have to admit. But yeah, you can see there, he loses his Tita here. Not super huge overall, I feel, because outside of, I didn't super check Jirachi. Oh my freaking goodness, why is Mega Ordno just a fat piece of shit? Oh jeez. Talk about a Pokemon that just literally doesn't die. Greninja gets up another layer of spikes, which is good. But as you can see, Brownie's lost quite a bit of momentum here because of, well, for one, it was Delphox going down. I think Delphox, there was a potential for Delphox. Oh, he's Mean Look Gardevoir. You have to love it. You have to love it. And Greninja goes down here. But there's still quite. I feel like this is still quite evenly placed because of the spikes. Because it's still gonna put that. It's gonna put uh Toxapex into hit KO range. And he over predicts there, which was unnecessary, I feel like he had no reason to over predict there. And I'm gonna give y'all the link to Brownie's reaction to this game. Go throw him a sub. He's an actual YouTuber. Like he loses Gardevoir here, but now all he has to do is beat down this Toxapex with Hydreigon, and it has Earth Power, which even with Shuka did 29, and the Brownie curse. Such is the Brownie curse, my friends. And that was how the. This was painful to watch. This was quite painful to watch, and you can see in his real time reaction to this that he was just like, fuck this. But yeah, you hate to see it, but it's Pokemon. This is the game we play, guys, and it is what it is. So I'm gonna move on to the next game. This game is actually a regular season game, but I feel like this game needs to be here because this was when Inuit had his mono psychic team in TBA 1 Gold, and he managed to beat Cooper with a Tyranitar, with the mono psychic team. I'm not sure what happened to Evil Fry. He wasn't a part of. He didn't sign up after that. After season 1. Oh god. I'm sorry, critic, but that game probably goes on here. It's probably on this list here. So this game is one of my favorite games of all time because I did not expect the result that came out of it. And we start. Ribombi Quiver Dancing turn fucking 1. You love to see it. But Meloetta lands the Relic Song and it doesn't get the sleep and it gets murdered by Moonblast. I don't know why he Relic Song there, if I'm being honest with you. But now Necrozma versus Ribombi, I get that crit probably mattered more. But now it just kind of looks like, do you think Ribombi should just sweep here, right? Being +2/+2. It should probably just be able to bug buzz through this team. But then we realize Cresselia is fucking Cresselia and lives a +2 fucking bug buzz. Because Cresselia is Cresselia. And Cresselia kills Ribombi. But already Cooper is 1 mon down. Inuit is already lost his Meloetta. Has lost his Necrozma. Might as well. He has his Cresselia on 5%. But he manages Toxic the Slowbro, but Slowbro is gonna take Cresselia out here, and Cresselia is gonna go down. And now Inuit is down to 3 Pokemon. He's got Starmie, this is a Mega Medicham, and this is Malamar. He goes into Starmie. Also, film up, if you're in here, this is a game for you. This is the game for you to watch. Starmie gets a huge bit of chip off on Slowbro, but it gets paralyzed. Now Starmie is now slower than everything on this team outside of Slowbro, which I think at this point he should lose at this point. But Cooper is going for the risky setup. He brings in Sandstream Tyranitar to go for the setup, and Starmie gets fully para turn 1. Tita manages to D-dance here. Starmie does break sub. But I think this is the end of Stami at this point. Tita gets the crunch off, and now this looks really bad for Inuit. He's going up against Tita at +1 with Malamar as there's a full health Excadrill, there's a full health Gliscor, and there's a full health Cloyster in the back. So let's see what happens. And Malamar outspeeds +1 Tita. I wonder what item lets you do that. Tita gets solid chip off on Malamar. But Malamar is going to get to +2 here. Choice Scarf Malamar is putting in the work against the Tita. But wait, Sand is gone. Drill isn't faster. And Malamar is up to +3. Gliscor takes absolutely nothing from it, and we wonder why Cooper didn't go into it first. And he shows the X-Scissor, which is actually great tech on Gliscor if you saw the Gen 4 anime. He switches out Gliscor on Medicham for some reason, and Medicham bulks up. Cloyster doesn't live a hit, and all it comes down to is, does he have Ice Punch? And it's GG's. This was one of my favorite games. Ironically, because this game also... This game, I think the overall ramification of this game was playoff placement for Inuit. And it was important for Inuit because he started his season 5-0, but he had lost 3 games in the bounce. And for Cooper, this was the game that made or broke playoffs for him. And if Cooper lost this game, JCJ made playoffs. And hence, JCJ was all over this chat here, just going crazy over, just jizzing over Inuit's plays right now. And this was one of the best games in Season 1 for me, because I think it really showed Scarf fucking Malamar, guys. This is the first ever game that I played Critic on. And you want to skip this game, Critic? You sure you want to skip this game? I will be happy to skip this game. I know what happens in this game. I know what happened in this game. But yeah, so this game was the first time we ever played. It was week 6, I think. What's up, Natsu? This was week 6 of the TBA and in Gold Season 1. And this is kind of sad, but essentially, just watch. I'm not gonna say anything. No, Natsu, I didn't get the Discord chat to work. This turn changed the whole game. So here, my reasoning for bringing out Togekiss on Weavile here is, I have Aura Sphere on Togekiss, but I expected him to scout for Aura Sphere, but he doesn't. And I clicked Toxic, expecting him to go into Zapdos, which was such an easy play. And now he goes into Zapdos, but I have to switch out because I would die. He gets good chip off my Muck and goes into Heatran. And I brought sub Heatran. I don't know who this person is. Managed to get off the balloon, which is so helpful. Wow, I feel like such a noob looking at my old games sometimes. Araquanid is going to get off Z Liquidation for a lot of chip on Zapdos, but it's not going to help because he's got Roost. And I missed the Toxic. See, Critic, you hacked me. You hacked me, bro. That's what it was. And I'm going to lose the most important Pokemon on my team right now because I was an idiot and didn't bring recovery on it. So it was my sack here. And, there's a very funny reason for why this Mega Gallade is nicknamed Medicham Mega. So Critic is a dumbass, and he had Mega Gallade in this league and Medicham Mega in another league, and he brought Mega Gallade to that league, and everyone was just confused, visible confusion. So since then, he just nicknames his Mega Gallades Medicham Mega, just so that he can relive that moment where he was a complete dumbass and brought the wrong Mega, the wrong Fighting Psychic Mega. So here, I'm just gonna keep clicking liquidation. I'm not gonna give a shit really. But he's gonna go into his Bulu, his father. Fucking father. Ugh. Disgusting Pokemon. And it screens fucking Bulu. This should tell you why this guy should, like, critics should just be banned from using Bulu. Screens, who the hell brings screens Leech Seed Bulu? And he was complaining about J-Caps' Bulu. Hypocrite. Oh, this is why I went Muck. I brought Brick Break on this Muck. And yeah. This was good times when I brought more tech than I probably do now. But unfortunately, here I'm just gonna end up giving him health back, and I'm gonna lose my Muck here. Now Nidoking. Nidoking, the whole point of Nidoking with this team was Nidoking just swept this team if I managed to get webs up with Araquanid, but I just really don't, and I kind of misplay here by letting Araquanid take chip. I should have just gotten webs up here, but instead I get staticked, and he gets the roost off. I get the webs here, but he's gonna defog, and I'm not gonna win this. Between the webs and defog, I'm not gonna probably win this. I go into Nidoking here expecting the Volt Switch. I got that play right. But unfortunately, I don't think there was enough in this for me to win this game right now. I managed to get rid of Heatran. But now, there's a big issue in that it's called Weavile. And Weavile's gonna murder Latios here. That crit did not matter at that point because he's banded. Because he's, and it turns out he's Sub-Zero Slammer and he gets rid of Lopunny. And, now, I'm at this point I'm toxic stalling. I am legit toxic stalling because I need to get that damage off on Weavile. But he lives on 1 and Critic is gonna 4-0 me here. And all I can think of in this moment is what if I just fucking clicked Aura Sphere. This is still to date one of the most painful replays for me to rewatch. I miss this old sprite. I miss my old lady sprite. Now moving on, this is the game that Critic wanted me to skip. Y'all wanna, yeah, Thanos really exerted its pressure in that game. Why did Weavile outspeed the Lop? Because in general he used to build with me, and I think he knew that he had to run Jolly Weavile, and I usually didn't run. The thing is that Lop did not die to an Icicle Crash. It had a shit ton of bulk, and I'm just going right now. I'm going over Season 1 games, Natsu. I'm going over Season 1. I've gone over the Season 1 Bronze games. I've gone over the Silver Finals. I've gone over a couple of regular season games in Gold, which I thought were really fun. This is JCJ versus Critic in the playoffs. This is a game that Critic wants me to skip. Also, if you're on the stream, sub, guys, because, like, I don't know, apparently sub counts, having good sub counts is a thing. Yeah. So this is a game Critic wants me to skip, but I feel like this game needs to be explained because we went through the brownie curse, we went through my overthinking, and today y'all have to realize why Critic hates Umbreon. This is a necessary thing in life. You need to know why Critic hates Umbreon. And this is something I can't begin to state without this game. And I should probably just tag JCJ to get in chat. Do y'all think I should probably tag JCJ? Nah, Critic's already gonna kill me anyway for showing this game. Probably not worth my life right now. Oh right, he's sleeping. Fucking Aussies. Oh no, I like Aussie people. I just don't like JCJ. I have to state that disclaimer before I get cancelled, before I have anything to get cancelled for. Okay, so we're gonna start this game up, boys. JCJ leads Infernape. Critic leads Goodra. Finanat the Kudra. He does not get the static on Infernape first turn, so obviously hacks. Diancie is gonna get a good solid amount of chip off on Heatran. Heatran, if I remember clearly, this was oh, you're gonna see what Heatran this is. Gengar versus Umbreon. Umbreon clicks Wish, and Mega Gallade subs here, but Foul Play breaks sub, and Mega Gallade clicks Close Combat. But guess what? It's Chopperberry, and he loses Mega Gallade. Which is really unfortunate considering Mega Gallade just murdered every mon on this team. And so here he's gone into his Thanos, but Thanos can't break Umbreon. He goes into Goodra. Umbreon's back to full health. Goodra misses Focus Blast. And now he goes back into Heatran. He's trying everything to find a mon that can break this demon Umbreon. And he misses the Magma Storm, which is at this point just icing on the cake. And at this point, Zapdos doesn't get frozen, which is fine, I guess. He gets Zapdos back to full health. Umbreon's just sitting there. It's not taking damage. It's just staring at the man. He's trying to fish for Rocky Helmet statics. But it's just impossible to break this demon right now. He gets his rocks up. He gets Magma Storm, which I think is huge here because Magma Storm, actually the residual would be nice here. But it doesn't matter because Umbreon's a fat piece of shit that just won't die. Flash Cannon for the Spidef drops, but it's not working at this point. He goes Goodra. Goodra takes a sizable chunk. You have to respect Goodra taking that much from. And it misses Focus Blast again. As you can see, this is when Critic says that he hates Umbreon, you can see visibly in front of you right now why we taunt him about Umbreon. It's because of this game. It's this game where his whole team struggled to see the light with Umbreon. Struggled painfully to see the light with Umbreon. Right now, Umbreon is counted for the death of Mega Gallade and chip on every single one of his Pokemon not named Thanos. And this is why Critic hates Umbreon. Long story short, I'm gonna skip further forward in this game. JCJ does get the rock polish off with Diancie, but doesn't really matter because Diancie loses to Weavile. It does get a bit close. I'm just gonna skip through this game a little bit because it's a long ass game and I just have no interest in sitting here forever just like dealing with this game. But at this point, it comes down to flinches, and had he got that flinch, that was actually a min roll. This Icicle Crash we found out after the game was a min roll. Had he got that Icicle Crash and then got just a bunch of flinches, that could have been a way for Critic to win this game. But this was the most painful game just to watch Umbreon. And we're moving on to our next game. Critic, you can get back in chat now. Like we finished that game now. You do not have to cry anymore. It's over. It's over. What's up, J-Caps? Now this game was the other. So this game, Critic versus JCJ, was the quarterfinal of the TBA, Season 1 Gold. This is the other quarterfinal from Season 1 Gold. Oh Lord, Clay. Season 2 game. I already showed them one choke of mine, Clay. Do I have to show them another choke of mine? This is just gonna be let's watch games that TRT chokes in. Like, it's. Can we not? Can we not? So here we have Inuit, who is Gutsy Lizard, and Pepsi is okay, is Kehoe. Kehoe was Critic's favorite guy from season 1, TBA Gold. Um, they were best friends. Critic would die for that man. I'm kidding. They did not get on very well. But Kehoe was a talented battler. He had a good, unique squad. And Inuit, as we saw, has got his monocyclic team with his Victini. He brings Malabar again to a playoff quarterfinal. This may be Gen 7. Malabar is still... it's still shit. So, this game I'm kind of scared of showing because I feel like this is my... I don't remember this game, but I remember that Cresselia is just a fat piece of shit. So, it might take forever. But... here we go. Leads, of course. Inuit leads Cresselia. And Cresselia manages to get the Toxic off on Miltank straight away. He goes Metagross before he's Toxic. And Miltank has Heal Bell. Brownie, we just did Season 1 Silver Finals. If you scroll up in chat, it'll say oof, F's in chat. Like, there's a lot of it. I actually linked your game in the chat, like your YouTube upload of the game. Metagross getting some good chip, but Metagross lives and takes out Blastoise. Wow, I did not expect Metagross to live that. That had to have been a roll, I assume. Yes, we paid our homage to Hydreigon and Brownie. So, Inuit's strat here is to probably just get Toxic Chip off with Cresselia, since Cresselia has the offensive presence of, I don't know. Name something non-existent. Free healthcare in America. So, Crush here is... And you can just see that Kehoe is just... He's really fishing for that para. He's body slam twice, he's discharged once, and he's really fishing for that para here. He's probably gonna milk drink. Yeah, he gets his HP back, but anyway, Toxics again. He lives to Toxic another day, and he still doesn't get the para with another body slam, which is unfortunate. But we're gonna have to see here what happens. 5th body slam, no para. He gets the 10% special attack drop before the para. So, and he gets the crit on Miltank. Although, to be honest, they were out there for a while, so that was unfortunate. And finally, on the 7th time of asking, Cresselia is para'd. This doesn't look too great for Kehoe, but he still has a whole ass Hoopa Unbound in the back, which I've got to be honest. Hoopa Unbound murders Cresselia. Why is that thing not out here on the field yet? Which, it's a mono-psychic team. Like, his switch-in is non-existent. Brownie, you got greedy with Delphox, but you also got flinched into flinch crit. I had to explain to these guys what the concept of the Brownie curse is. Crest gets it. Yeah, I don't understand why Hoopa didn't come out before. Crest takes 34. Oh my god. Crest took 34 with a cold ball from Hyperspace Fury. I feel like this Pokemon, the way Inuit used this Pokemon is like as if it had 252 EVs in every stat. That boy could make Cresselia sing. Medicham's in, it's got its sub up, but I'm assuming... Oh, it's Draining Kiss on Aromatisse, which is interesting, to say the least. It's Draining Kiss and Moonblast. So, just a little bit of context. Kehoe is known to bring unusual sets, and against me, he brought a Trick Room, Life Orb, Modest Aromatisse, which was quite a threat against my team. So, seeing him run Aromatisse with a little bit of with more of an attacking set was probably more in character for him. Rotom's gonna get its Volt Switch off. At this point, I don't know what. Meowstic probably just sets up screens here, knowing him. It's a toxic Meowstic, but mostly he mostly like bringing Light Gray on this thing. Um, Here he's that's a good play from Kehoe. Gets rid of the screens, but he gets rid of his own rocks, which is bad for Victini. And he's letting his Rotom Wash get chipped down here, which is a big problem because he does not check Victini at this point, which is unfortunate. But I think he has to die on this hill right now because he's already too chipped and he just needs to make sure screens don't go back up. Now he's got 2 Mons left. He goes into Flygon. Flygon does. U-turn doesn't. Oh my god. Flygon is such a weak Pokemon, guys. U-turn doesn't kill Flygon, which is just sad at this point. And I know it's kind of in the driver's seat here. He just needs to recreate. And he flame charges his Victini. And now, does he get this? No, he does not get the Spatak drop. And now Victini's got Energy Ball for Flygon. It's always a. I know it was always good at getting the. Oh. Also, JCaps, this guy really pulled off his mono team. Inuit made semifinals with this mono team. And he started out the season 5-0 because he is really good with Victini, Mega Medicham, and Chris. He had more kills with these 4 Pokemon than most people had with their entire teams. Because he was just really good at using Victini and Mega Medicham. And so Inuit, this was an unfortunate game, but it is what it is. It wouldn't have mattered if Kehoe outsped with Flygon here, because if he had outsped with Flygon, Malamar was scarfed and didn't die either way. Sorry, Flygon was scarfed. So yeah, either way, Malamar didn't die to any one hit. Because he'd have to click the ground move and Reflect was still up. So we're gonna go move on to, in general, this guy was really good with Cress. In general, he just knew how to use Cress really well. There was a point in season 1 where Inuit's Cress took a Black Hole Eclipse from Critics, Max Attack, Adamant, Weavile. And we're doing season 1 games right now, JCaps. This is the first semifinal in TBA Gold. This is JCJ versus Bobby. JCJ got here after with a literal 3-6 record. Because Cooper lost his last game, and then JCJ's Umbreon cancered out versus Critic. Now, he needed to cancer out versus Bobby, but I just want to point out one thing. Bobby had Mega Mawile, Landorus Therian, Tangrowth, and Vaporeon on his team, and he chose to bring Machamp and Excelgor to a semi-final game in the playoffs. I'll repeat that for you guys. Mawile Mega, Landorus Therian, Tangrowth, Vaporeon. These are 4 Mons that were sitting on his bench for this game. And JCJ was 4-5. Sorry, that's my apologies. So yeah, Cooper was your first fan, Brony. God, yeah, that was JCJ's team was not super stacked at first, Caps. His team went through 2 entire rebuilds. I know this because. So this Celesteela is named after me. It's named Thick Rocket because TRT because I basically told him to go for Celesteela because he hated his team initially. He had Mega Blastoise initially, and he absolutely hated his team. Before Kehoe picked it up, Kehoe had Mega Zam to begin the season. And now we're going to start this game up. I'm going to put it on JCJ's perspective, but you're going to see. He final gambits Infernape turn 1, which is really sad because Infernape actually did things this game. And now it's 5v5, and it's Umbreon versus Piloswine. And JCJ is about to realize that Piloswine is no Mega Gallade. Foul play doesn't break sub, which is extremely unfortunate, but of course it's an Umbreon, takes 0 damage from it. He goes into Noivern and finds out it's a Roselli Berry. And it's Roselli Berry because it could have taken a player off from Mega Mawile. He gets the Toxic off on Piloswine, goes back into Noivern. Foul play does decent chip to Noivern. Noivern doesn't really have a physical stat. Hi, Austin. What's up, bro? And here's where the Mega Diancie comes out. This is a Mega Diancie. Super Fang on Noivern was good tech. He manages to get into Piloswine on Zeraora, which is a problem, but I think the Zeraora, if I remember correctly, had sub. And it was a sub bulk up Zeraora, if I remember correctly. But I feel like CCing there would have been a better play because you kept the sub up. But here Bobby reads the sub play and clicks Earthquake instead of Ice Shard, which is honestly an amazing read. Mew gets Trick Room up out of nowhere and explodes on Zeraora. And it's time. You're gonna see what time it is. It's time for Machamp. And in addition to murdering Zeraora, its guts boosted. And he's about to realize, guys, Machamp is no Mega Gallade. What's up, Kiroro? How you doing, bro? Close Combat eradicates Roserade's HP stat. And now Trick Room's gone, though. But Roserade dies to Bullet Punch, so now Diancie can't come in on this thing. He goes into Celesteela. And Celesteela here, the unfortunate thing is, this was a mis-EV'd Celesteela, and it did no damage to Noivern with Rock Slide. He manages to get the Leech Seed off, but Bobby keeps clicking Super Fang, which is great. But in the long run, I feel like, I feel like, yeah, that's gonna happen. One of them's gonna miss, and then both of them miss. Oh my god. And he gets the taunt off on Diancie, but Diancie's gotten its health back now with Leech Seed. And he misses another Super Fang, which was very unfortunate on Bobby's end. But he goes Machamp here. And JCJ is kind of forced into sacking. He's forced into sacking Diancie there because if he clicked CC, everything else dies. So now it comes down to the fact whether Celesteela, a Pokemon with base 61 speed, outspeeds Machamp, a base 55 Pokemon. And it doesn't. Machamp has enough speed to outspeed Celesteela outside Trick Room and enough speed to outslow Umbreon in Trick Room. And this is vintage Bobby, if anything. I'm pretty sure it still outspeeds. Yes, it outsped Umbreon as well. Sorry, my bad. But this was vintage Bobby. You have Mega Mawile, Tangrowth, Vaporeon, and Landorus T. And you just say, yo, I'm going to leave all those on my bench for a playoff game and let Machamp, which has come to one game the entire season, come in and just murder his team. This was an absolute nightmare of a game. And honestly, I was watching this game. I mean, it's not a spoiler alert anymore. I was playing him in the final, and I was shitting myself watching this game. I was actually shitting myself watching this game. This is the other semifinal. It's me versus Inuit. He brought, as always, he has his mono-psychic team, and he didn't bring Cresselia. Half my team was built for Cresselia. I'm just going to tell you all what my team was here. This is a Lopunny with absolutely no speed. This is a Mega Lopunny with Cosmic Power Baton Pass, because Stat Pass was allowed in Season 1 as long as it was not Speed Pass. So I was going to Cosmic Power up with Lopunny and Baton Pass into Muck and Sweep. And there's no... It's sub-Cosmic Power. And there's no Cresselia. this was confusing to say the least. This is Focus Sash Frostlass. This is the first game I ever brought Frostlass to, and the only time I've ever brought Frostlass. It's got T-Wave, it's got Shadow Ball. This is a Choice Scarf Togekiss. I brought Choice Scarf Togekiss with the same speed stat I could have just run Mega Lopunny on. Well, actually, Mega Lopunny hits 405. This hits 408. And the reason it hits 408 is because I knew he loves this scarf, ugly, upside-down squid little shit here called Malamar. And I was like, that's going to hit 405. I'm going to hit 408 with Togekiss. And we built a lot throughout the season, me and Inuit. So this was tough. And this is slightly offensive Raconid. And this is Ghostium Z, Never-Ending Nightmare Latios. And this was Muck with, if I remember correctly, this was Assault Vest. But I have to double check that. But yeah, so here we're getting into the game. I assume he's going to V-Create, and he does. And I get off a T-Wave on Victini. I'm so happy here. I was like, yes! I should have honestly gone for the Shadow Ball. It would have killed at -1. I'm a retarded person. Here I can see clearly he is Assault Vest Metagross. But this mon is such a problem for me. I clicked Never-Ending Nightmare and it eats that shit. And here, like, I am paranoid and I switch out because I think he's gonna have Bullet Punch. He should have Bullet Punch. But he goes for another Meteor Mash and I've basically lost my Latios. I need to roost up with Latios. I had Wakan on this for Bolt Strike. And now this thing is just exposed. He goes into Sigilif here. He's gonna Cosmic Power up. He thinks he's gonna Cosmic Power Sweep me, which was cute. I'm not losing to a Cosmic Power Sigilif, guys. I'm not a basic bitch from 2015. So here, I'm gonna win this exchange because eventually I know Liquidation's gonna give me defense drops, and this thing doesn't have this is where you don't have many. It doesn't have much physical defense. Here I managed to get the Curse Body and the Para on Sigilif, so I'm like, it can't air slash me. I can start setting up on this thing. And he goes Meowstic. I don't really care here. He gets Reflect Up, which I was like, oh, okay, it's an inconvenience. But here he goes Malamar, and he Scarf Malamar, and he fucking breaks my sub. And I'm so sad here. And I can't go into Muck here. I have to go into Togekiss. And I managed to air slash Meowstic for some chip, but he Toxics my Scarf Togekiss, which is so unfortunate. And he gets a Teal Bell, and now Victini is no longer fucking Parad, which is so sad for me right now. I'm just kind of shook at this point. Now I have to switch out here because I switched out there not because I just switched out there because I had to. I honestly wanted to. I thought he was gonna Fake Out, and then I was gonna get Fake Out plus the toxic damage on that turn. And I assumed that was what he was gonna go. And he subs, and this is the unfortunate thing. This Latios is modest, has like no speed, has a shit ton of bulk, which is why it lived. Why Meteor Mash from a Metagross was a 3-hit KO. But it makes me slower than Medicham, and now Medicham kills Latios, and I'm in trouble. I go into a Raconid here, and this high jump kick never killed. This was a max roll high jump kick. It did 52. The roll was 44 to 52, if I remember correctly. And he gets the max roll. But I managed to break sub, which was something, and I was like, hey, I broke sub. And yeah, Critic points out here, clearly, what? That's not Inuit playing. Inuit doesn't click high jump kick. That kid had a Mega Medicham all season and didn't bring high jump kick to a single game. But this one. And I'm going to go Scarf Togekiss here, and he switches out into Sigilif. I'm going to get a shit ton of damage off because Togekiss has a lot of special attack. And we get the crit on the second turn, which is unfortunate for him. But at this point, I'll take it. And honestly, here, you're going to see me get haxed. He gets the 30% para here on Muck. But here, I've got him. I can Pursuit Trap him right now, and Victini is a dead man. And I get parried on the pursuit. I fell out of my chair when that happened. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really did. He superpowers, it does nothing because it's a 4 times resisted move. And here's the tech I have on Scarf Togekiss. I have recovery on it. And I have recovery on it because we played this guy called Critic. You might know him. Really awful player. That asshole convinced me that I can never run a Togekiss set without recovery, even if it was scarfed. So that is where this game came from. Like I had to, I remember I remember building this team over 3 different times, and then I told Critic I can't run a scarf Togekiss without recovery, and it had soft boiled. Lo and behold, here I'm gonna sack my Lopunny because he's gonna V-create. I know he's gonna V-create. And I sacked my Lopunny here. And here, for some reason, he's gonna stay in. Which I feel like if he didn't stay in here, he probably guaranteed won the game. But I don't think he anticipated that he needed this Mon right now because he saw soft boiled and he thought I was Yachi. So he assumed 100% that I was Yachi Berry Togekiss, the way I was playing it. And he V-creates here, and I was praying for no para, no para, no para. And we don't get para, and Victini's dead. I'm just like, fuck you, Victini. And here he goes to the Drain Punch. I clicked knockoff because I was scared that he was going to sub. And if in case I got fully para there, I had Shadow Sneak on this 2-break sub the next turn. So I had 2 turns to break sub there. And here he's going to switch out Medicham. And Togekiss gets off the Air Slash. And this is a roll to 2-hit KO. I don't get the roll, but I get the flinch. And Flinch is doing its namesake. It flinches and kills Scarf Malamar. And Flinch one-shots that crit did not matter. It was 118 min. He thought this was Yachi. And Scarf Toga Clutch fucking clinches finals for me. I cannot believe I struggled with a Frostlass in a Alolan Muck and a Latios against a mono-psychic team. I should tell you how good Inuit was with that team. And now we're gonna get to the mother of all events. This was the TBA final. And screw you, cats. It's not gonna miss. It's Toga Clutch, bruh. This is Toga Clutch. And the TBA final is fun. I mean, like, at this point, it is what it is. It is Season 1 gold. This is probably, like, my fondest memory of Pokemon at this point. We've got my team against Bobby's. Bobby brings his Machamp again. Scary piece of shit thing. Doesn't bring Landorus Therian, but he brings Mega Mawile. And wait, Brownie, you've had Togekiss miss to win a game, as in your Togekiss missed? Because if somebody missed a Togekiss against you, I need to see that footage. Otherwise, I don't believe it. Footage or it's not real, bro. Here, I've got my team is very straightforward here. This is bulky Togekiss. I have got, this is Heat. This is Doom Desire Jirachi. Doom Desire, if you don't know what it is like Future Sight with 10 more base power and it's Steel type. And he didn't have a good Steel resist on this team, not named Rotom Heat, and it still did damage to that. And I felt like it was good because I just never let in Mawile for free. And I just got good chip on something. Latios here is Calm Mind, Calm Mind Roost Psychic. That's what the set was. Because his team, even though he had a Mew, the previous time me and Bobby played, Latios clutched up in the end because of his team is just, in general, he didn't have a Dark type. So it was very weak to Calm Mind Latios. And Mew never beats Latios in a 1v1 situation, unfortunately. But he still found a way. And this Mega Lopunny is Fake Out, High Jump Kick, the standard Mega Lopunny for Gen 7. Araquanid here, I remember clearly this was quite an offensive Araquanid. It wasn't banded, but it was quite offensive. And this is Choice Scarf Nidoking. Because Choice Scarf Nidoking did really well the last time I played him. I bluffed Scarf on Nidoking last time because I had rocks, and I bluffed that it was Choice Scarf, and so I bluffed that it wasn't Scarfed, and then it came in and it killed Noivern, which sealed the game for me. So now I'm gonna get into the game, and Lopunny is gonna get some good chip off here on Noivern to begin, and that just tells me he's max HP Noivern. He gets the U-turn off on Jirachi. I don't care here. He's gonna overheat. Let him overheat. It doesn't kill Jirachi. I'm gonna get my Doom Desire off, and here I'm gonna double into Nidoking, and he stays in overheats again. Does 30%. I don't really care again. Here I'm gonna double back into Jirachi because I'm sure he's gonna switch out on Nidoking. And Noivern takes a bitch ton from Doom Desire. And this is max HP Noivern. That's a lot of damage. He reveals Dark Pulse on Noivern, which is, not gonna lie, that's heat. That's absolute heat, having Dark Pulse on Noivern. Yeah, he loves bulky Noivern. And here I'm just gonna fake out, clean it up with Westbrook. And then we're gonna go into Araquanid. Araquanid, I knew that this Mew was going to be either Psychic or Ice Beam. And I knew he was going to be Ice Beam because the previous time when he played me, he didn't bring Ice Beam and it couldn't touch Latios. So now I'm afraid of this Mew. Maybe this Mew could be a sweeper set with Ice Beam and it could screw me. This is a defensive Araquanid if I remember correctly. This is knockoff. We get a bitch ton of HP off and the defense drop on Mega Mawile, but it doesn't matter because he takes Rocky Helmet chip, so he gets 2-hit KO'd anyway. So we get rid of Mega Mawile and I'm super happy about that here. But I'm going to preserve Araquanid because I already gave up my other Ice Resist in Jirachi, and now I'm a little bit afraid of Mew. Nidoking gets off a little bit of chip here on Machamp. I just wanted to get the chip off with Machamp. That crit did suck, but it didn't super matter, and he's going to get rid of Nidoking here. I remember this turn here. I saw this message after the game, but Critic DM'd me. He was like, don't click Flake Out on this piece of shit. And I was like, I was never going to click Flake Out on this because at this point I was like, I'm just going to click Return here. I'm not going to risk it. If he's going to switch in something, it's going to take a lot more chip. But this thing does get Steadfast. But turns out either way, he was not Steadfast post-game. He was No Guard. He was No Guard and he was Assault Vest. As you can see, it took like no damage from Nidoking's Earth Powers. And here, Lopunny gets the return off. And here he's going to Rock Polish with Mew. And now I'm shitting myself. And he could just sweep me with this right now. But I have Tech on this boy. And I have Yawn. And this is another thing I found out after this game. This 53% roll was the absolute max roll he could have gotten with Ice Beam. And here I'm going to switch out into Araquanid because I can take the Ice Beam. And he's going to fall asleep. But turns out he's Lumberry. And now he's going to kill Araquanid with Psychic. And I'm shitting myself. I don't know what I'm going to do here. If Togekiss doesn't live this hit, I'm screwed. And it lives. Because that was a mid-roll. 48 was a mid-roll. And we get the Yawn off. And I'm going to recover on this. And this is a really bulky Togekiss. And I was like, if he's only got Volt Switch here, I don't care. I can just soft boil back up. And I do. And I get more HP back. And he's going to go into Piloswine. We are going to get the flinch there. He's going to Ice Shard here and show us that he's really offensive Piloswine. He is Life Orb Piloswine. And here, I'm just going to recover up because I felt like he was going to go for an Ice Shard. But he is smart. He goes for the Rock Tomb for some reason. Instead of Rock Slide. I feel like Rock Slide would have done more. But neither put me in range of Rotom Heat. So I wasn't super afraid. Here again, I know I'm not in range of Rotom Heat. So I just click Soft Boiled again. He can't break Togekiss. And here, I'm just going to click Yawn. Because he was in front of me. I'm going to hit what's in front of me. If he wants to stay in and fall asleep, he can do that. And I'm just going to again... I air slash here because 43 is out. After I get leftovers here, 48, based on what I was calcing, 47, I think, was the max roll on... yes, thank you, Critic, for that tech. Thank you for the Yawn on Togekiss tech. That is something that I should probably say. Yes. Wait, Brownie, you mean you actually won a game with hacks? If I start singing Bohemian Rhapsody now, will I get copyright strike? Probably. I just wanted to say, is this the real life or is this just fantasy? Yeah. So Tokus is here. Here he's gonna overheat. I'm just gonna soft boil again, if I remember correctly. Yep, I'm gonna soft boil again. I'm perfectly fine with this because he can't break Togekiss and I can move out. And I see an opportunity here to go into Latios. Because I feel like I can set up. He's at -2. He hasn't shown Toxic. If he had Toxic, he would have Toxic my Togekiss. And I'm assuming he's Overheat, Volt Switch, Defog, Pain Split on the set. So I'm just gonna go into Latios and I'm gonna sub up here. And I know that he can't break my sub. So I'm gonna be behind a sub and he's gonna get Mew out here. But I'm gonna start Calm Minding now, and this is where the fun begins. Mew Rock Polishes first turn is a great play on his part because now he's faster, he can break sub. And I'm just gonna Calm Mind up again. And here's where he has to decide. He does Ice Beam, it does 27. I know that +3/+3 he doesn't break sub. But I'm taking a risk here because Ice Beam could freeze me. So do you all think what happened to Brownie is going to happen to me here? Do I get frozen on this turn and lose the whole game? I don't. I get the sub up, and that's pretty much GG. Because at this point, he has a 2-hit KO sub, and Psychic is doing so much damage to Mew. And now he breaks sub, but I've got him down, and now he goes into Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat does pretty much negative damage because it gives me 1 HP extra with leftovers, and Latios clinches TBA 1. This was honestly super fun for me. This is why I miss using Latios, is just how dominant Latios can be against any team without appropriate dark types. If you don't have a dark type, Latios is going to sweep you. It's going to likely sweep you. And that's always like an unfortunate thing, you know? You have to have a dark type in draft, honestly, because of mons like Latios, in my opinion. Latios, Rheoniclus, these Pokemon in general are just difficult to deal with if you don't have the appropriate ways of, if you don't have a dark type, basically, because it just makes prep on preview just becomes so much harder. I am going to pull up another game now. I think. What game do you guys want to see? I'm just going to give this one to you guys. What game would you guys like to see? Would you like to see particular players we haven't showed yet? Or is there anybody else you guys would like to see particularly? My chat might be broken. Oh no, stream delay. I'm dumb. Sorry, ignore me. But don't ignore me on what games you'd like to see. I'll throw up more games from previous seasons. Lottie does get Aura Sphere now, Cat, but the thing is, if you don't have a dark type, you kind of just let it run Calm Mind, Sub, and Roost. When you're forcing it to run coverage, that's an extra move that it has to run that does weaken the Calm Mindset, and that makes it a lot. That makes it a whole other game. I don't know if was that in. Where is, I have to find the death match that goes into. Okay. Hold on, guys. Here we go. This is the JCJ relegation death match. This was yeah, I kind of agree with that, but then again, like, there were good games in TBA too as well, even though we kind of sucked. But yeah, this is the season 3 relegation death match between Grum and JCJ. I feel like on matchup this should be hands down JCJ's game. I don't remember this game, but this quite clearly JCJ has a huge advantage. Mega Diancie and Scully just, ooh, It's not very good. Like, the sand is down. This game kind of just turns into murder because I'm pretty sure it's bulky Salamence right there. I'm not sure what Silvally it is. You versus Primal Critic. Yeah, that's a game I'm probably gonna get on after this. So here we're gonna start off. Grum leads Electivire, and this is Silvally Water. Yeah. Lopunny gets a big, well, you can call it chip. Oh, he gets the poison on, but I don't know if that mattered too much. Rotom comes in, takes some chip, gets frozen by Ice Beam, but I'm pretty sure this pauses. This thaws. I'm assuming it thaws. Fire Punch thaws it. And he gets the Will-O-Wisp off on Electivire. But now Diancie is in. I assume this is going to set up now. Doesn't. Diancie takes quite a bit from Earthquake, but now Electivire is gone, so Rotom is a lot freer against this team. He goes into Silvally Water, which doesn't take anything. Jesus Christ, is this a max defense Silvally? More than likely. And he goes into Rotom. Here Mo is going to probably go for Leaf Storm. Yep. Lop gets good amount of chip on it. Lop gets rid of Mo. Yeah, Dracovish does nothing. Oh my god, guys, can we go back to that turn? I just need to go back to that turn. Dracovish gets intimidated here and does 30. It did 30 to Salamence. There's people disrespecting Salamence. It did 30 to defensive Salamence, and Salamence still does chip, despite being a defensive set. He's gonna go Primate. Primate's probably gonna U-turn here, so... Oh no, it's JCJ, it clicks close combat. And, goes back into Bootsman's. Oh yeah, chat was popping. Yeah, I was referring to the ISL putting it in tier 2. I understand why it's in tier 2. I'm not taking shots at anybody. I understand totally why it's in tier 2. Like, why it's been put there. He had Grass Pledge on Silvally Water. Yo, that is tech. That is tech right there. Who is your baby, J-Caps? How unfortunate for them. It is special it's mixed Salamence with Hydro Pump. And he goes into Primeape. So JCJ is kind of reading him all over the place here. He does click Outrage to get rid of Primeape here, but now Diancie should come in and click Rock Polish, I assume. This is Rock Polish, surely. Yep. Yeah, I mocked him for this game, Nat. He was definitely ready for this game, JCJ. But I don't know if this thing can kill... Yeah, Salamence is absolutely defensive. Salamence was an amazing bring in this game. He does Hydro Pump the Wish, unfortunately, instead of Dragon Clawing. Wish is probably going to claim a kill here. Again goes for the Outrage. But now Diancie's in. Diancie's probably just going to kill Wish at this point. Yep, puts it out of its misery. Excadrill's gonna pick up the kill here. Oh, he doesn't sack Diancie, which is a little perplexing. Oh, Salamence has Roost. Check A. And unfortunately, he doesn't have a rock move on Excadrill for Salamence. So Salamence just has to land Hydro Pump here, and I think that's probably game. That Protect is a strange play for me. Maybe he's stalling out the number of Hydro Pumps. Perhaps. Because he's stalling out his own sand at this point. And he only has 2 turns of sand left here, so... Yeah, and that was probably smart play from JCJ's end, because now there's only 1 turn of sand left, and then he can roost. And he gets the Intimidate off. He does get the flinch, but now it doesn't matter, because he just roosts it off, and... Ari, we're going to do a Season 2 game. I just asked the chat what games they wanted to see. So, chat, throw me more games you want to see. Ari, which game of yours do you want me to do from Season 2? Shall we do REV Bumbles, guys? No, I'm down to do it. I'm down to do Season 2. Y'all just tell me which one you'd prefer. REV Bumbles is a game I think I would love to do. I think that's the game I'm going to do right now. REV Bumbles was in playoffs. I'm pretty sure this was semifinals of Season 2 Minions. And this is one of the better games in Season 2 playoffs, at least. Apologies, guys. I just need 1 second. Yeah, so I have to just pull up REV. My apologies. I just have to find the freaking replay right now. Here it is. So Clay v Spook Season 2 was a good game. That was Season 2 playoffs round 1. That's another game we can watch as well. But I wanted to put up me v Clay first, because y'all can see me cry. And that's always entertainment. JK, sub guys. Yeah. Right now... I've got REV Bumbles. So let's watch this, guys. This is playoff semis. TBA Season 2 Minions playoffs. Ari's gonna be a protagonist. Okay, so the reason there's 2 Dragapults is because Season 2 had separate drafts for each division. So there was overlap of Mons. So we ended up having Dragapult v Dragapult in playoffs. So here we start with Ari gets a lot of damage off on Bumbles' Pex, but Pex now gets a good healthy chunk. Gets a good T-Spike up. And now when a Dark Pulse War. We go into Rhyperior versus a Choice Scarf Ditto. Rhyperior gets rocks up, but that T-Spike will start to wear down Ari's team. But I don't know why Bumbles decided that he could take that there, because Rhyperior is always going to kill Toxapex, and I think that was important. And Bumbles gives him... Oh my god, if not for that defense raise, I don't understand why he brought in Dragapult on Rhyperior. But yeah, so Rhyperior is probably going to die here. To poison damage. Gets a good amount of chip on Ditto. As we know, Disguise does not give you... not Disguise. Imposter does not give you the other Pokemon's HP stat. This Mandibuzz does not have boots for some reason. He gets the knockoff on Sylveon. He has Steel Wing on Mandibuzz, and it absolutely misses. Wow, that is sad. This is offensive Mandibuzz, guys. That Steel Wing miss was unfortunate, but I feel like Ari got the good Wish Pass off. That was the right mon to Wish Pass into here. Does Dragapult have a bit of setup in it? No, Dragapult is going to U-turn here. It changed moves, so we know it's not choice locked. We have Cloyster versus Mimikyu. Cloyster's got a great matchup here. It's going to Icicle Spear, and that's probably the end of Togekiss. This is definitely Skill Link. So Togekiss is done. As you can see, there's not a lot of people who wanted to play Ari in Season 2 because Ari was a wrecking ball. Yeah, I think this might already be game. Mimikyu has a chance here to hopefully get some swords dances up and maybe it can do something in this game. And Bronzong's gonna go down. But we're gonna see Cloyster come in here and it's got Ice Shard first, which is... Oh, he's got Wood Hammer on Mimikyu. That is some tech right there. And guys, here's the action. It's Dragapult on Dragapult Violence, and it's Sucker Punch from Ari to seal it. So this is a really nice game, I feel. This was a really good game. The next game I'm gonna probably pull up is... I'm probably not doing all the seasons today, guys. I'll probably save some, like, during the draft. I will probably stream again so that we just keep everyone's energy up. I'm gonna pull up season 2. Let's see. Majors playoffs. Do y'all have any requests for games that you'd like to watch? I'm gonna do like a couple more games and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. So let me know if you have any requests for certain games that you would like to see. I personally think there are some very good games in season 2. I want to do KJ versus Ari. I really thought that was a fantastic game as well. So I think that's the game I'm gonna go with now. KJ versus Ari. And yeah, let's just jump into this game. You will see me. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna put up the game which I choked in first. Okay, that's fair, Natsu. That's fair. Although it's kind of disturbing that you want to see me choking. Pause. Yep. Here's the game. Y'all are gonna see this. It's me versus Clay. On this team, I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate Hydreigon and I hate fucking Aegislash. We're just gonna see what happens here. He's got a great team. He's got Clef Komao. He went the Double Dragon special. He also has Double Fairy if I remember the season. He's got Obstagoon, which is fantastic in this metagame. And I remember there was a few other mons I had on this team, but I've got the Lord and Savior Diggersby. I've got Surfetched on this team, which I really loved using Surfetched, and I loved using Galvantula and Weezing. So we're gonna get into it. I lead Galvantula. I'm just gonna Volt Switch here because I don't believe in setting web straight away, which I don't know why I did. I go into Brexit, the Weezing Gala. Probably just to get off a strange team to some chip here. He goes into Center Scotch. He gets the knockoff off. There goes my Black Sludge. But I get the T-Spike up. His team was very T-Spike weak in Season 1. In Season 2. So I was... And then he sees my tech. It was Zap Plate Galvantula. Because Zap Plate thunders... if I remember correctly, 2-hit KO'd Fizdef Clefable. And here I'm going to KO Clefable with Galvantula. And I'm going to keep Galvantula alive because I don't know. I love Galvantula, dude. I just love using that thing. And here I'm happy because Obstagoon's going to get poisoned. I'm going to click First Impression, I think. No, I didn't click first. And here I go into Aegislash. Unfortunately, I forgot about the fact that Defog goes through King Shield. I knew he was going to go Center Scotch here, so I click Rock Slide and I get the Predict right and I kill Center Scotch. Here, unfortunately, I click King Shield and it turns out he is sub Durant, which is terrible for me because it's absolutely monstrous against my team. And here, I have to keep clicking Flash Cannon and he's going to kill me here, which is unfortunate. Here, I'm going to go into my Choice Scarf Diggersby, click Rock Slide. We get the flinch, which is huge because Ironhead did a fuck ton to Diggersby. It didn't kill because I had a lot of HP, but did a fuck ton to Diggersby. And here Como comes out. He gets Flash Cannon here because I assumed he thought I was going to go Wheezing. I still go Wheezing, and we live the Flash Cannon. And I Strange Steam here to get Como to 13. Now this is super important here, okay? Note that it's 13 and not 12. Okay? It's very, very important. It was a roll, but it's very important that it was 13 and not 12. So here, I'm going to go Hydreigon, and all I have to do here on this turn, so I have to put this out here. This is where I choke. So I go Hydreigon here. All I have to do here is click Dark Pulse, and I win the game. Because I click Dark Pulse, I switch out on Noivern. I have AV Surfetched here, which takes 35 from Draco. And between Surfetched and Choice Scarf Diggersby and Hydreigon naturally outspeeding, I killed his Obstagoon. All I have to do here is click an offensive move. And I forgot that Clanging Sails was a sound move. And the thing is, the reason 13 over 12 matters here is 13, at 12, Diggersby killed with U-turn. 13, it was a roll for Diggersby to kill with U-turn. So that prevented me from just straight away going Diggersby on this turn and clicking U-turn and killing this thing. Which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. And this was the only way I lost from this position because I could have just gone Diggersby in general, clicked EQ. If he went Noivern, so be it. I go into AV Surfetched, I'm fine. The literal only way I lost this game was clicking Substitute on this turn. And I did, and here I'm going to lose this. Now I have to go Diggersby. I have to click Rock Slide, which kills because he's at -1. He goes into Obstagoon here. I have to click Rock Slide and go for flinches at this point. He gets the Facade off. I'm dead. And now it comes down to Surfetched. I'm going to click First Impression. And he clicks Obstruct. So I'm even more screwed. And I'm AV anyway. But yeah, this is me choking. Yes, Ari. Clay went unbeaten this season. But then he lost to Spooks in the playoffs in the first round. I genuinely was very upset after this game. Because I think this is the most I've ever choked in a Draft League game. That was legit the only way I lost that, and I still managed to throw it away. But yeah, that was me choking. Now we're going to REVKJ Season 2 Miniers Finals. And this was a game I was really looking forward to. And then when it finally got scheduled and it happened, as you can see, the overlap between the teams. You have Sylveon v Sylveon. Yeah, I'm just going to start up the game now. Ari leads Rhyperior. KJ leads Duraludon. Gets the EQ off, which does a fuck ton. Oh my god, Rhyperior. That's not fair. Vileplume is in, but it's Life Orb Vileplume, which is unfortunate because he tricks Sylveon a Choice Scarf. And now Sylveon versus Sylveon. We have this Sylveon on Sylveon violence, guys. Knowing Ari here, he's about to probably, yeah, he gets the wish up. And he's got the wish back up. He's getting chip on Sylveon. And yeah, Sylveon got the wish up again. Gets Mystical Fire was good tech, but I feel like here maybe Psychic Psyshock would have been the play. Energy Ball, that was very good. That was very good tech on KJ's part. And here he's gonna go into Charizard. Ari's gonna go into Charizard. This is regular Charizard because this is Gen 8 limited decks. Charizard doesn't overheat again, which honestly I feel like I would have just killed Duraludon. I think KJ could have gone for the read there with the flash cannon, but it was difficult honestly with Duraludon because its special defense is unfortunate and rather tragic. KJ has got double Mystical Fire, which is good tech, but he gets crit, which I don't know if it mattered too much here. Not in the context of the game, at least. Malamar comes in, and he has Throat Chop for the Hyper Voice. That is the tech, guys. That is the tech. And he gets the Rock Slide read on Charizard. KJ is pulling this one back. He gets the Overheat, which is going to get rid of Indeedee, but now there's a -2 Charizard on the field from Ari's side against the Hawlucha. Hawlucha is going to kill Zard. And now Cloyster is in. Unfortunately, Hawlucha goes down to Cloyster. I feel like maybe that was a misplay there. That was definitely a misplay there. Duraludon is locked into Heavy Slam. It is Choice Scarf Duraludon. Yep, it's Choice Scarf Duraludon, which is unfortunate because it's going to get two-shot by Life Orb Dragapult. And it doesn't even matter at this point. I feel like he's probably going to lose Duraludon here. So it's Malabar versus the world. And Malamar's going to come in on Sylveon. It's going to have to Throat Chop here. It does, but he's going to get the Wish Off into Rotom, which is going to be unfortunate. And he gets the Wish Off into Dragapult. And Dragapult's going to U-turn here, which with the Tanga Berry doesn't do enough. But does he click? Oh no, he clicks Throat Chop. If he had clicked U-turn there, if he had clicked Superpower there, maybe it lived the next U-turn. I don't think that crit mattered. No, the crit did not matter. But yeah, this was a really good game. This was one of my favorite games from Season 2. I'm gonna do one more game and then call it a night, guys. Let's pick out a really fun game. Alright, I know what, I'm gonna go with the Heat game, guys. Y'all get ready for this Heat. We're going to the Heat games now. This is gonna be my last game of the night. And this is gonna be where I call it. It's me versus Tan. This was my first ever game versus Tan. This was his third or fourth game in TBA. He was top of the table when this happened. I think he was second in the table to only Clay. Clay was top of the table. He was second in the table. And at the time of this game, I think Zank was third. And I was, at the time of this game, I was 1-2 -4. Because I had beaten Cooper in week 3 to just come back a little bit. And I had to win all my remaining games to make playoffs. Which I did eventually end up doing. I lost one game to Brownie in between. I finished 4-3 if I remember right. Yeah. So he had Rain, which ruined me. He had a Haxorus that he didn't bring that ruined me. So the main thing for me here is I got screwed by this team no matter which way I looked. So you know what I said? I said fuck it. Balls to the wall. I'm gonna bring heat. This is blunder policy Rio Nicholas. It is blunder policy Thunder Rio Nicholas. It is blunder policy Thunder because I can hit thunders and rain, and if rain's not there, most of it, he had a speed tier gap between 65 and 75. No, between 60 and 75. So I thought, since most of his mons don't hit 200 speed, let's EV Rio Nicholas to hit 103, and with the blunder policy, it's 206 and outspeeds all the bulky shits on his team. Let's speak, it recovers off faster than Pelipper and shit. And I was like, okay, this is what it is. Here, that's blunder policy Rio Nicholas. And then I was like, maybe I should go for a fast blunder policy mon too. So that's blunder policy Sing SD Leafeon. And that is King's Rock Galvantula with discharge. But I figured if I could get as many hacks off as possible with King's Rock Galvantula, it just give me a good run in this game, just to like get a little extra chip. This Hydreigon is just is bulky Hydreigon with Thunder Wave. It is Choice Band Diggersby, and it is Defog Wheezing Galar. I can't believe I remember these sets, I'm not even gonna lie. So here, first thing, I lead Araquanid. Sorry, I lead Galvantula, and I get the para into fully para on Araquanid, which is unfortunate because he clicked Mirror Coat here, which would have OHKO'd me. And it was super unfort, and I got rid of his Arak first up. But I had more than a 50% chance of dealing with Arak because of the fact that I had Arak plus... I had King's Rock plus Discharge on my side. Here I got the Wheezing out. I'm just gonna defog the rocks away. He's gonna go Seismitoad. I had to see this physical or special or scout this somewhere. I didn't have a switch into this, honestly. And I just lose my Wheezing Gala. He's gonna go Mandibuzz. I click Sing. I miss. I get my blunder policy raise. I should have just clicked SD here. I shouldn't have gone for the body slam, honestly. And he goes to the Celix. And here I'm gonna start SDing, but then he starts Iron Defensing. And I'm just like, shit, am I about to get swept? And he Iron Defenses again. And I'm getting afraid. And I just panic click Sing here and I actually hit it. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to Leaf Blade again, just hope for the crit. It has high crit rate. And then he gets the first turn Wake Up and Body Press kills me. Now here, I go into Galvantula because I feel like I have an Energy Ball and maybe go for the flinch. And then either way, I'll put it in Diggersby range. Even at +4, it still dies to Diggersby at like 32. So, and Celix doesn't have Spadef to speak of really. But the reality is this was a misplay. What I should have done was go my fully Fizz-Def Rio Nicholas. It was fully Fizz-Def with Iron Defense, Calm Mind. Sorry, it was fully Fizz-Def with Blunder Policy, with Calm Mind, Stored Power, Thunder, and Recover. And I should have gone Rio Nicholas here, and that would have actually been the play. But here I go Galvantula. I get the Energy Ball off, and we flinch Steelix. We King's Rock flinch Steelix, and Steelix body presses, and we live on 1, but 99 was max roll because I was bulky Galvantula. And we get rid of Steelix here. And here, I'm just going to go for Chip on Sylveon, and I Throat Chop it to not let it use Hyper Voice. And I Discharge trying to go for the para, but we get the crit. So we got some good chip off on Sylveon here, and here, I'm just going to go into Rio Nicholas, and I'm going to start setting up at this point, because it can't Hyper Voice me, I don't really care. I get the Calm Mind off. I feel like he's gonna go into Mandibuzz. I'm still gonna Calm Mind again. Here he's gonna knock off, I assume. Yes he does. I should have recovered, I assume. No, I Thunder first. I guess I was just afraid of losing the Thunder turns. I recover here, surely, yes. And what's up, KJ? How you doing, bro? We just did we did one of your games just now. And yeah, so Rio Nicholas is out here. I should have recovered on this turn probably, but I just was scared of getting crit by Seismitoad because Rio Nicholas is the definition of crit bait. And there you go. The game versus Ari, the finals game in TBA Season 2 Miniers. I've only gotten through like season 1 and season 2 so far. I haven't done a whole lot of season 2 games. I've only done like I think 3 or 4. So I was gonna get into this is gonna be like my last game of the night, but like I was gonna like get all the remaining season 2 games in probably tomorrow. I'm just gonna like do stuff during the stream just to keep people's energy up. I just thought it'd be fun to go over the older games. Yeah, the lucha there. Yeah, I assume that lucha thing was a misplay, but that still was a really good game. Dude, you energy balled Rhyperia. Yeah, dude, Scarf Mix Doral was doing it. Oh my god! And when you energy balled, when Indeedee had energy ball, I was like, holy mother of god. But Duraludon was actually putting in the finest of work that game. It was. I feel like he made a really good play with that. Yeah, Ari, you should have probably speared there. But yeah, so finishing up this game, I'm down to 2 months here. He's down to 2 months. Diggersby's banded. I'm gonna click banded Stone Edge. Fun fact: this is the only time in my draft league career I have hit Stone Edge. Or at least this was the first time I hit Stone Edge. I've played 101 games of Pokemon draft leagues. That's the first time I hit Stone Edge. And then here he goes into Sylveon. I am going to switch into Hydreigon. I don't care. He's gonna click Wish instead of Hyper Voice first. I'm just gonna click T Wave because I don't have a move to hit this thing on this Hydreigon. And that was that turn is the definition of me using Hydreigon. It comes in, gets a para, is a sack. And now Diggersby is choice banded. Earthquake does 84, which makes me think he's Fizz Def, but we're not gonna get KO'd by his Hyper Voice. And he had Quick Attack, which is actually pretty cool. And we're gonna kick up the dub here. Yeah, if you guys play this season of ISL, y'all gonna have to let me know. That is going to, yeah. Hydreigon, bro, I'm just so bad at using Hydreigon. Hydreigon is the single worst, like, I'm the single worst Hydreigon user in history. But thanks, dude. Oh my god. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night with this. It's getting past my bedtime now. I'll be back tomorrow before the stream, before the draft or during the draft. I'll put out an announcement in the TBA for the time of the draft and what exactly we're doing with picks and skips and everything. And I'm just gonna head out and sign off for now, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow, and thanks everyone for stopping by. Really appreciate you guys. All right, good night, guys.